This advertiser-unfriendly, demonetized video is brought to you by you guys who support the channel on Patreon and PayPal, and the censorship-hating people at Noble Gold. Get their free Government Lies Exposed Inflation Report ebook by clicking on the link in the description. If you enjoy this video, like it and share it with everybody you know. Do you know anybody who gets up in the morning and the first thing they do is check their Facebook account to see how many people liked and commented on their last post? Or at least they check it throughout the day, as they seem to interact more with that rectangular device in their hands than they do with the real people in their daily lives. Now, I'm not saying that Facebook, Twitter, or other social media platforms are bad in and of themselves. Like anything, they can be used for bad and they can be used for good. Never in human history has an average person had the ability to reach a global audience as he's sitting on a subway train, walking in between classes, or sitting on a toilet. We have the incredible opportunity to reach out to so many people with a hard-hitting truth, an inspirational story, or a thought-provoking meme. But there are a couple things you should know about how Facebook uses tactics to actually control your mind. The first one is the casino effect. The sounds of messages and comments coming in is meant to stimulate the excitement centers of the brain, similar to the noises in a casino, which in turn helps the person bond to the sounds and crave them. The sounds of attention can help decorate someone's empty life and set up a kind of Facebook addiction. When people react to our posts with likes and comments, it triggers a satisfaction substance called dopamine. Dopamine is proven to initiate addictive behavior. This agenda revolves around breaking down traditional family and community bonds by making people bond with computers and electronics as opposed to family and other humans. Facebook was actually built to exploit you. Facebook's founding president, Sean Parker, during a Global Citizen Movement Makers Conference at NYU in New York City in September, confirmed what you basically already know, but probably don't want to think about too closely. Parker explained exactly why he and the other early Facebook creators built the platform. Listen closely to what he says.
To really understand it, that thought process was all about how do we consume as much of your time and conscious attention as possible. And that means that we need to sort of give you a little dopamine hit every once in a while because someone liked or commented on a photo or a post or whatever. And that's going to get you to contribute more content, and that's going to get you, more likes and comments. I mean, it's a social validation feedback loop that it's like it's exactly the kind of thing that a hacker like myself would come up with, because you're exploiting a vulnerability in human psychology. And I think that the inventors, creators, and it's me, it's Mark, it's the Kevin Systerman, Instagram, it's all of these people understood this consciously, and we did it anyway.
In case you missed it, he's saying the creators of Facebook knew full well that they were creating something that took advantage of a human psychological vulnerability and decided to exploit it anyway. The next technique is facial recognition. This is why it's called Facebook in the first place, by the ruling families who organized this technology to track everyone's face. So facial recognition software can track you across the world if you happen to cause too much trouble for our kind and caring social engineers when the Orwellian boot kicks you in the face in the upcoming years. They want to be able to track you everywhere, just in case you leave the control grid. Facial recognition technology is one part of the human farming operation to keep all human cattle inside the fence. The third technique is emotional venting. The emotional venting of the slave class is a simple technology which is used in many other areas as well, not just Facebook. It's about making the slave class believe they have a say and some form of control by allowing them to vent off emotion or rebellion potential. This helps to divert that angry energy away from the abusive slave masters. Slaves in their 9-to-5 slavery don't experience a full range of emotion or control in their lives, So the emotion icons or emoticons were added to help with that emotional venting. It's a way to trick the slave's mind into pretending it has control. To more fully understand this venting concept, think about how sports is used in the exact same way. Sports helps to vent off the rebellion potential from the slave class to help protect the tyrannical slave master. The sports indoctrination system is used to pump fabricated emotion into the slave class because the slaves themselves have little chance to experience victory or high emotions within their personal lives. Sports makes the slave mind believe that they themselves are winning along with their team because the mind can't tell the difference between the emotion of an external winning excitation with one that's internal. Take a person who watches a scary movie. When a gruesome scene appears on the screen, the body reacts like the audience member is actually experiencing the act personally. The mind tricks the body, and the body isn't aware that the scene isn't real. The same goes for sports victories. The emotion of a victory is pumped through the slave class, and then the emotional centers of the brain believes and reacts like the slave is truly experiencing the victory personally. Win or lose, this leaves the slave satisfied or troubled emotionally as he continues to trudge through his monotonous day. Facebook operates with this same principle of offering fabricated life emotions to give the illusion of a fulfilled life. Another powerful technique Facebook uses is likes to drive addiction. The algorithms inside the Facebook program are set to more widely distribute what you write to your friend list the less you use it. This means that the first post you make in the morning gets the widest distribution, and successive posts that follow get progressively less and less distribution. Facebook is designed like a casino machine to give out a massive payout of likes with your first post in a day to make sure you're drawn to the addiction daily. It's also interesting to note that more likes, comments, and traffic toward your page happens when you're on it. This means that when you sit in front of the computer moving the mouse, you get more emotional rewards as opposed to posting and walking away. This sort of brain activation reward control system makes people addicted to short-term reward only, making them unable to apply themselves to any project that provides a reward in the long-term future, like starting a business. This short-term stimuli system manufactures a person who needs reward on a minute-to-minute basis, placing real success completely out of their reach because real success is based on accomplishing long-term goals. This cements a slave further in their slavery, especially conditioning the mind to be resistant to starting an independent business venture. The part of the brain that gets activated by Facebook stimulation actually grows in size, needing more and more stimulation from Facebook or other stimulants. What this means is that Facebook technology, which is proven to activate addiction centers in the brain, can trigger other addiction and short-term pleasure seeking. In short, Facebook can trigger the hedonism gone wild spiritual takeover that's now so common within the population at large. Facebook also employs a technique called control venting. By allowing slaves to pretend that they have a say in all topics, it also stops them from preparing for what's really coming. Many people vote online to save the rainforest or stop the pollution, or they write an article about the government being corrupt. But how many actually have a firearm, a wood stove, a supply of food, lots of ammo? How about solar power? How many Americans actually own gold or silver, or have access to a fresh water supply? How many of them have warm clothing, hunting, or fishing supplies? How many of them actually know how to hunt or fish? When a person thinks they're helping the world by doing little, if anything at all, they're now deemed a slacktivist, engaging in slacktivism. And our society is drowning in this type of disempowered narcissist. The powers that be that organized Facebook would rather give the population pretend control through Facebook posts as opposed to the slaves using that same energy to actually prepare for what's coming. Our social engineers will use the economy, power, heat, lighting, food, false flags, fake news, ever-increasing violence, and the ensuing chaos against the population soon enough. So it's best to make at least minor preparations, if not major ones. Stop just writing about stuff and talking about it. Let's do something about it and take real action. There are 5 more powerful and effective techniques Facebook uses for controlling the masses. If you want me to make a part 2 video, let me know in the comment section. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with everybody you know, and if you have any worthless fiat notes laying around getting eaten up by the hidden tax called inflation, use the link in the description to get the free inflation report and talk to the guys at Noble Gold about getting what the founders of this country called sound money. I'll see you guys in the next demonetized, advertiser-unfriendly video. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and share it with others. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe and notification button and you'll be alerted when I upload new videos. Today's featured shirts are Protecting and Serving the Crap Out of You, Taxation is Legalized Theft, and Critical Thinking in Progress. Please stand by. Your $5 off promo code is in a link in the description for you for every shirt in the store. And don't forget to leave your thoughts for the world and the Google Thought Police in the comment section below. I'll see you guys in the next video.